Greenville, South Carolina. I'll be reading from the Atlanta Black Star. It took less than a month for South Carolina police to arrest a man accused of stealing nearly $20,000 from a black woman named Tamia Sims Irby in 2022. But 3 years later, Greenville police have yet to return the money to her, claiming she must obtain a court order to prove the money truly belongs to her. Last month, Sims Irby filed a lawsuit against the Greenville Police Department in the hopes of obtaining that court order. So, if anyone needs any clarification here, cops straight up stole $20,000 from this lady. The lawsuit filed on April 23rd, obtained by Atlanta Black Star, argues that a man named Tyjalon Smith pled guilty to the crime in 2023, admitting to the court he stole the money from her in an armed robbery. Since then, nobody else has claimed ownership of the money. So here we have the man who robbed her literally being like, yeah, I stole it from her, points to her, and the cops being like, well, we don't really know whose money is this. Mm-hmm. We better hold on to it for safekeeping. Because, I mean, it's one of those things. It's one of those great mysteries. We can't seem to solve it. Quote, it's definitely a nightmare, Sims Irby told Fox Carolina. I still have scars from being pistol whipped. It was chaos. It was just too much going on. I was stabbed and robbed for a significant amount of money. The fact that Greenville police even maintained possession of the money is questionable, considering the crime took place in Atlanta, was investigated by Atlanta police, and was prosecuted by the Fulton County District Attorney's Office. Aside from arresting Smith on a warrant out of Georgia, Greenville police played no role in investigating the armed robbery that took place on April 30th, 2022, so it's not clear why they even have the money in the first place. It's not even your case. Mm-hmm. They don't even have jurisdiction. Don't they respect jurisdiction? Thought that meant something to y'all. But let's keep going here. Greenville police declined to comment to local media as to why they have not returned the money. Yeah, because they straight up stole $20,000 from this lady and are trying to make excuses as to why they won't give it back. It's like, we know why you won't give it back, because you fucking stole it. Mm-hmm. South Carolina has a notorious history of seizing money from black people through forfeiture seizure, according to a 2-year investigation by the local newspaper, the Greenville News. Civil asset forfeiture is a process where law enforcement agencies are legally allowed to seize money from citizens if they claim it was obtained illegally, even if they lack the evidence to convict the citizen of any crime. So this is a great topic, civil forfeiture. I don't think me and Ashton have touched on it yet in the podcast, just because there's so many great topics to choose from when talking about the police. But yeah, civil forfeiture means that cops can literally steal money out of your car if they just say that, like, we suspect that you obtained this money illegally, whether they actually suspect it or not. But you can probably imagine what this leads to as far as the demographic, and this article goes into it, the demographics that are most likely to be affected by cops stealing money that they deem to be suspicious.
Oh, yeah. You hear about these, like, LA cop gangs and cop gangs around the country that have literally got rich by just taking people's money, taking people's drugs, taking everything, and piling up their own kingdom of money, getting richer and richer.
Yeah.
It's
wild.
It's purely criminal.
And it's like, even if, like, to take a step back from a second, it's like, you know, people, the haters of this podcast will get the comment a lot, cherry picking, right? We're cherry picking. We didn't cover the story of a cop not killing someone today. What about that cop? But it's like, even if we are cherry picking, like, look at the vast plethora of, like, just from this episode of a cop kidnapping an elderly person who needed help, putting them in a spit hood, torturing them until they died, and regularly stealing from us. It's like, it's just so obvious that there's a problem with our policing. This shit is like an epidemic of shit that they're fucking getting away with on a regular basis.
Yeah. I mean, maybe I'm from an exceptionally bad place, but I'm thinking like anyone look up wherever you're from, there's probably some wild, bad cop story.
That's very true.
I mean, I'm from like Greensboro, which is like famously one of the worst places. But where I'm
they've actually made the news. They made the history books.
But the specifically the town I'm from outside of Greensboro, outside of High Point even, I remember we had this cop. We had this Sheriff Hagee. And he was like this flashy cop, kind of like this character you're playing. He like would have all the kids go on like a tour of his jail. And he had this fancy car that he painted like a spider on.
Oh my God.
He had
literally Punisher mindset.
Yeah, and he literally had his office and like the cop part of the office decorated to look like a Vietnam bunker.
Oh my God.
And the rest of the jail was painted pink with teddy bears to like humiliate the people in the jail.
Oh my God.
And he also
throw this fucking guy in jail. This guy's literally a psychopath.
He had a KKK robe in his office, which he claimed that he got from getting his friend to retire from the KKK, which made no sense. But
how did he have it? Just like
he just had it like in a case.
In a case?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's it's like literally on a pedestal.
And he's like, yeah, but this guy, would you believe? It turned out was extorting all this money and stealing money.
What?
And the lost
the KKK guy?
Yeah. Well,
no, he had it.
He just had it framed.
Yeah, because how much he hates the KKK.
He's just put it on display in his weird Vietnam room.
Yeah. He bought lights for it because he hates the KKK.
Yeah.
Well, that's insane.
But I remember that.
That's one of the craziest stories I've heard.
That's just one, and that's not even news. That's just one.
That's just a guy in his office.
That's just one. That's just one jail from my hometown. One sheriff.
Yeah.
And everywhere you look, I can't even buy for a second that people don't have their own insane thing they've seen.
Yeah.
Or. Like, I'm talking about white people, of course. Everybody
else.
I mean,
it's honestly a great suggestion.
Direct experience.
It's a great suggestion. Google your local police department. See what pops up over time, over the years.
It's criminal. I mean, it's literally these cops are criminals.